Hey guys, how's it going? Today is April 19th. It's a Saturday. I'm 32 days into the program on my 8-month journey from March 19th to November 19th, my birthday, to drop 54 pounds, pick up muscle, get my body back into incredible shape, and feel good about myself. So it's been about 32 days. I'm feeling a lot better. I did have a really bad plantar fasciitis flare-up the other day, as I showed in my workout. And I've been having to massage it out. I've been limping around the gym all day. It hasn't been a pleasant sight. But this morning, it did wake up feeling a little bit better. I just hope it doesn't flare up again today. I'm going to cut down on the amount of foot cardio that I'm doing until it starts to really get better and I do away with it, because I just can't afford to have it come back again. So when I do some cardio, like tomorrow morning, I'm going to be focusing more on like the ski erg again and do some upper body. That way I'll be able to keep the pressure off my feet. I don't think I'm going to be doing any treadmill anytime soon, which is a bummer because I do love getting in that low intensity, steady state cardio on there. But for now, I think I just can't afford to continually inflame the plantar fasciitis, so I'm going to just keep it cool right there. I've got arms, abs, and core today, and I'm going to start off like I love to do, which is some cable work, because it's good for the arms. It helps to warm up the joints and ligaments, especially around the elbow. In the past, if you're like me, we're in our 50s, and I've had bouts of epicondylitis from many things, from boxing, turning, impact. So the common term would be either like a tennis or a golf elbow, and you get that pain in there. And I just don't want to have that ever happen again. So by starting off with cables, I feel like it's an easier, safer way to really warm up the arm, and especially that elbow connection from the forearm to the upper bicep and tricep. So I always like to start off with cables, and it's always been good for me in that way. So I'm going to start off with some warm-ups, and in the warm-ups, I'm just going to get some blood flowing here. So I'm going to do about maybe 2 warm-up sets, and then start to get into some working sets. Now my energy's a lot better. I'm feeling good. I'm going to start really breaking down my meals, because I've been so busy 7 days a week. I'm in here since we opened the gym about almost 3 years ago. And I'm training anywhere between 8 to like 15 people a day, so it's crazy. And then on top of that, I have to write out diets and such like that, and get people going with their online training if they're not training here and they're training remotely. Let's go. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. So for core, I'm gonna start off with that woodman chops, just to get that movement into the midsection. It's about 5:30 a.m. I'm going to get this workout in before my first client comes in at about 6:45. Waking it up. Yesterday was a good leg day. Not yesterday, the day before, the last workout was a good leg day. My lower back has been getting really, really tight. And it's obviously to do with that slight lumbar scoliosis that I've been dealing with. Just getting it back in shape. Nothing to the point where I hurt myself. I just have to be careful. Today, I'm gonna be very careful with the type of ab exercises I'm doing. Obviously, if you've noticed, if you've been watching my earlier videos, I'm really big on rotational transverse movements for the core, especially as we get older. You have to be able to be confident in movement, picking up things, different directional positions of your body without having to fear for injury. Again, especially since I do have that slight lumbar scoliosis, I have to be very careful and make sure my movement support of the spine is strong. So that's always going to be one of my main concerns. The rectus abdominis is obviously something that everybody wants to be able to show a six-pack. That comes when you drop the weight. That comes when you start to really diet down. And then obviously we'll do some exercises to just help push those muscles out more and make them more defined. But right now, especially in the beginning, it's all about rotational work and core work, making sure my transverse abdominals are strong to protect my spine and make sure that that's the most important thing for me right now. So we're gonna do another warm-up set, nice and light. Let's step back a little farther. But guys, I gotta tell you, a little bit over a month in, body's feeling really good. I'm gonna do measurements next to this coming week, see what's going on. But body's starting to finally wake up. It's fucking a bitch getting to this point. You know, at 53, turning 54 years old, doing this all natural, no workout, pre-workout mix, nothing like that, because frankly, I don't think my heart could handle it. They're so fucking strong now, it's crazy. You know, no TRT, no PEDs, nothing like that. Just coming in here and just willpower, changing up your food, getting over, you know, my depression that I had since the lockdown and really kind of focusing on bettering my life. I'm starting to really feel the benefits of getting healthier now. I just hope my plantar fasciitis goes away soon. Oh, it's been about 3 months now, I think I've been dealing with it. Oh. Yeah. Guys, one thing to keep in mind, when I'm doing these woodman chops, I'm squeezing my chest with the biceps of my arms. So I'm securing it so that I'm minimizing use for my shoulders. It's very easy to want to power everything out with your shoulders. I'm actually generating the force from my inside foot, and I'm forcing the turn through my hips as if it was an athletic movement, like you're swinging a bat or a golf club. So I'm minimizing the shoulders involvement of this, so I'm maximizing transverse rotation. And that's something that I see a lot of people don't do when I'm at the gym, other gyms if I'm traveling, is people tend to use too much shoulder when they're moving a wood chop, and you just can't do it that way. You wanna get your core and your hips to do the work, because that's the focus, that's the primary target. Okay, body's warming up. Guys, if you haven't started the journey yet, come on, start it with me. On day 32, trust me, it's a bitch in the beginning. It is a fucking bitch, especially having to get up early and work out. If you have an opportunity that if you're in the city, if you're working at like an office in the city and there's a gym next door, don't hesitate, pay the money, get the membership and the access. Lunchtime, run down there, work out, come back. Whatever you can do after work, so you don't have to wait until you drive all the way home. Get in the work and just start moving. Forget about, don't focus so much on making sure everything's perfect, like I had said before. Don't focus on making sure that your diet is perfect before you start. Just start moving first. Start moving first, start getting into workouts, Be safe in how you approach it. Watch my videos, show how I'm being safe, working through injuries. And even if you don't have any injuries, follow the videos and be safe with your choices and be safe with how you approach your workouts. We're in our 50s, okay? You don't want to come at this like you're 25. You don't want to come like at this like you're 30. You definitely even don't want to come at this like you're 40. We're in our 50s. It's different, okay? So, working sets now. Went up in weight. Feels good. Elbows feel good. I tell you, once you get epicondylitis, which is an injury into the elbow, often known as like a golfer's or a tennis elbow, depending on the direction of the pain and the injury, you don't want to get it again because it affects everything you do. Hell, you could feel it even washing dishes. That's it. Wake your ass up. Oh, that burns. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go up and wait. Okay. Very important. I like to make sure that I stop and pause before I fully extend to the point where my core is taking a break. By stopping, pausing, holding, and resisting the pull, it adds that extra intent to stress the core, but this time in an anti-rotational way. Rotational against the weight, anti-rotational, holding and stopping it from moving you. It's a nice touch. It's a great way to flex the core through all of its purposes, one of them being to keep yourself from and resisting a pull and keep yourself from falling. And the other one is to work against it. Good set. You know what I forgot? I forgot coffee. Okay. You don't need to see me make coffee. So I'm going to make coffee after this. So, God, I want coffee now that I mention it. Okay. So we're going to go up. It's okay. It'll just make me go through my first superset much faster. Can't believe I started this without coffee. Actually, that's a good sign. The fact that I started this workout without coffee, as energized as I am, is actually a good sign. It just dawned on me. I've kind of broken through that point where my energy is starting to pick up in the morning because it's getting used to working out earlier. So that's kind of an epiphany right now. I'm feeling good. Yeah, wow, that's awesome. I wasn't even thinking about that. Usually I have my coffee every morning, right? When I'm working out and I'm drinking it with you. That's awesome. Okay. Now, I'm not to the point where I think I don't want my coffee. I'm definitely going to fucking have my coffee, but I'm happy that I actually started this with energy and I didn't have my coffee. I'm kind of proud. Here we go. Okay, we went up and weight again. Oh, that's heavy. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's go up. There we go. So, like I've said before, any type of exercise where you have two sides to it, if you've noticed, I always start off on the opposite side to the set before, just because I don't want to create further imbalances by always starting off on the same side. Okay, so alternate the sides you start on every set. Yeah. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, okay. Okay, so my glutes are screaming right now, especially from the leg day the other day. Yesterday, I didn't get cardio in because my plantar fasciitis was killing me, and the gym was so busy over there that doing the ski erg wasn't an option. I didn't want to film why I had so many people in here. And so I did like body weight squats and things, and now, oh, it's killing me. Oh, that was heavy. Okay, so now I'm dreaming about coffee. Can't wait. One more set. So we had 2 warm-up sets, 3 working sets on the start of arm and core ab day. So last set, remember we have 3 choices on this last set to choose from in order to progressively overload. 1, add more weight. 2, add a longer pause or flex hold at either the deepest contraction or deepest stretch moment. Or 3, squeeze in some extra reps at the end, quality reps. Any of those 3 will help to progressively overload the set and help stimulate more muscle growth. So let's do this. Since I'm shooting for like 10, let's try all 3. I'm just gonna go up a little bit. I'm gonna go up from 60 to 63. They don't have 5-pound weights, it's a free motion. So it's like 3 or 4 pounds each plate. I'm gonna go for a 2-second hold in the contraction. Actually, we'll do a 1-second hold contraction, 1-second hold at the top. And let's see if I can squeeze out a couple extra reps, or even a little bit longer hold. Okay. Oh, 1,000. 1,001. 1,000. 1,002. 1,000. 1,003. Yeah, I'm not going to hold this any longer. That's long. 1,004. This is heavy. 1,000. 1,005. 1,000. 1,006. 1,000. 1,007. 1,000. 1,008. 1,000. 1,009. 1,000. 1,010. One more. 1,000. Okay. Okay, so we did it. I added more weight. I added a second hold flex at the bottom, second hold pause at the top, and then I did one more extra rep, which I almost wasn't able to do. Okay. This is a challenging weight. I did 12 on the last one. We're gonna do 10 reps on this one. Fuck it, I'm gonna go a little heavier. Okay, so we're gonna go to 40, from 37 to 40. 10 reps on each side. I'm gonna do a 1-second hold on both the contraction and the stretch. Oh, okay. 1,001, 1,000, 1,002, 1,000, 1,003, 1,000, 1,004, 1,000, 1,005, 1,000, 1,006, 1,000, 1,007, 1,000, 1,008, 1,000, 1,009, 1,000, 1,010, 1,000. That was tough. I didn't even think about an extra rep. I probably could have, but then I'd have to do an extra rep on this side, and that would suck. Major balls. And this is why you always start off on the opposite side and you alternate every set, because now that I'm doing this side, it's a lot more challenged. Even though I was going the other direction, your core's still getting worked. So whatever side you're doing last on a two-sided work set is going to be challenged more. So 1,001, 1,000, 1,002, 1,000, 1,003, 1,000, 1,004, 1,000, 1,005, 1,000, 1,006, 1,000, 1,007, 1,000, 1,008, 1,000, 1,009, 1,000, 1,010, 1,000. Okay. Now I earned my coffee. I'm gonna go make some coffee, and then we're gonna set up the next superset, and then we'll hit it. I'm gonna make coffee. Whew. Okay, guys, so got my coffee. I'm set up the next superset. I'm gonna do spider curls with some captain's chair leg raises. So the reason why the captain's chair, I did it like the last time over the ab slant board, is because as of right now, I still have so much weight on my core or on my abs or on my stomach that my lower back engages more on there, and I don't want that to happen. So keeping my back on a captain's chair is a lot easier for my lower back. So we're gonna stick to that for right now until I drop more weight and I'm in better shape to do that. So we'll start off with some spider curls. Always a good exercise to do. Now, when doing these, remember, I like to keep them slightly up and not all the way down where they're resting, so that my biceps are always engaged and I don't give them a chance to rest. Okay. 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 So on the captain's chair, leg raises. A couple of things. I'm always making sure that my knee is slightly bent, but I don't continually bend it. I create a small bend in my knee, or in this case, a slight bend in the knee, a little bit more than that. I keep that locked in place so that my lower abs maximize involvement rather than it just be my hip flexors. If you lock out the knee and you're raising your legs with a locked out knee, your hip flexors are going to take over in that movement. By keeping a slight bend in the knee, locked in that place, your abs are going to do a lot more engagement at work, your lower abs. Now, if you continually bend the knee, if you're doing like knee raises opposed to leg lifts, then you take a lot more emphasis off of the lower abs as well too. And you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're keeping constant focus on that. I come up quick. I try to control it on the way down, like in 3 seconds, and I go for maximum stretch. So you want to lengthen those abdominal belly muscles, okay? So very big focus. Okay, so we did a first set of 15. Let's see. Let's go up in weights. Here we go. Oh, it's good. Started off heavier than I did last week when I was doing these, and even the week before. So each time getting together and working on a body part, putting these body parts together, I'm trying to go a little bit heavier and start off with. Not every day, obviously, but as my body starts to wake up from its long years of hibernation, it's starting to build some strength back up. So that's a good thing. And oh, okay. There we go. That's good. Coffee time. I'm happy. Body's working a little bit better. Yeah, every single time. I'm really, really happy. It's dawning on me how I didn't need my coffee this morning. And I came in here and started working out without having to use the caffeine. And I'm actually really happy with that. That's a big sign that a lot of people normally wouldn't understand. But you men in your 50s that need something like coffee to help get you up, it's a big sign. You understand. Getting in here, working out, moving through motion, exerting force without a stimulus, for me right now is huge, and I love that. And it should be apparent as you start to get stronger, tendons and ligaments are getting stronger, you start dropping weight, whether it's a lot of weight or a little, you start dropping weight. Your body's gonna find it easier to move, easier to get up, you're gonna have more spring to your step, and it's starting to happen, and now I'm starting to get jazzed. It's about time, right? 32 days in. Okay. Third set. Let's go up again. One more time. And okay. And oh, fuck, these hurt. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. You know, when I was younger, I think I mentioned this before. I loved working arms. I think all boys do. And then when you become a young man, working arms and having them look great is amazing. But as I got older, arms are just fucking painful. Now I understand why. I've understood for a while, but why some people just don't work their arms if they're doing everything else vigilantly. Back, chest, shoulders, everything else with your upper body, you're using your arms. So I get it, but I still think you have to designate some time to them to properly move the arms deliberately in certain planes of turning, curling, things like that. Otherwise, you're just not giving full range of motion of those tendons and ligaments its due justice and its due attention that it needs. So until I see otherwise, I'm gonna have to still continue to work them. All right, let's finish. Let's try to see if we can squeeze an extra two. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was good. Second superset done. Time to go into the third one. Let's get it ready. Okay guys, set up the third superset for today. I'm gonna be doing some dumbbell skull crushers and some low back extensions there to kind of hit that lower connection and strengthen the area around my lumbar scoliosis, that slight scoliosis I have. Kind of hit the QLs, get some strength in there. Starting off, okay, here we go. Ooh, just laying back down. My lower back feels better, but as you can see, I have to keep my feet on here so my lower back stays flat because it's still a little tender. If you notice, I'm keeping an angle on my tricep skull crushers so that the triceps are always engaged. So they're leaning, my arms are leaning back slightly. That way it doesn't allow my triceps a chance to rest. But it does allow my mind a chance to forget my count while I'm talking. Awesome. I think this is 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, oh, those burned. Okay, so I went a little bit more. Ooh, my lower back. A little bit more in the reps than 15 that I was shooting for if I was counting, or I caught up to my count correctly. And then I started a little bit heavier. Instead of 15 pounds like I used last week, I started with 17 and a half. So still light, but progress. That's the key. Progress. Especially starting back on a journey like this, guys. We're in our 50s. Don't overdo it. It's always going to be form, right? Over weight and over repetitions. So do what you gotta to make sure the form stays as perfect as possible. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah, it feels good. Oh, God. Whew. Not done. feeling better than it was a week, especially 2 weeks ago, but it's getting there. Focusing on hinging at the hip and opening up the low back. Minimize involvement of your hamstrings and your glutes. One of the things I'm doing, I don't know if you can see it there, but the back of my heel, most times people like to flush it up against the pad here, which is fine. But if I'm trying to focus on my lower back, I like to make sure the back of my heel is not touching that pad, and I'm driving my foot into the plate so that I can hinge better at my hips and not push up against the back of my leg against the pad, which then causes the hamstring to stretch out and engage more, as well as the glutes. So I like to not touch the back of my ankles to the pad, just push down into the plate, and therefore allows me more focus on my lower back. Okay, so I was supposed to do 15, but since I had that pause, I added 2 more, so I did 17. Woo, I can feel that lower back start to tighten up, which is a good thing. Whew. Guys, just dawned on me. A great exercise and a dynamic stretch you can do at home or at the office for lower back health, flexibility, strength, is the seated good morning when done properly. And it's just a great exercise to get that stretch in there too. Again, a dynamic stretch of movement. If you're sitting a lot at the computer, coming to the edge of your seat, hopefully you have a wide seat or a bench, wide spread, arms across chest. When you come down, raise the arms so that you keep your back as straight as possible. You're hinging at the hip. Try to get your stomach and everything between your legs. You're going to feel that deep stretch in that lower back. I'm pushing through the heels to come right back up through that lower back. And you can feel that movement right through there. You're also going to get a deep stretch into your glutes and the adductors on the inner thigh and your hamstrings. But this is an excellent dynamic stretch, which can also serve as an exercise if you had some weight or if you're really focusing on the movement. But it's a great thing to do, to throw in there at work, at home you're watching TV, go to the edge of your sofa, do these. Trust me, you can thank me later. They're awesome for your lower back health. Okay, second set, let's get into it. Let's go up. Okay, lower back. Straight up, slant. Okay, I'm not gonna even attempt to get up with that, just because I can feel my lower back pulsing. Okay, so I was shooting for 12 reps, but I ended up doing 15. I'm happy. I progressively overload by going up in weight. Oh, here we go. Oh, God, I can't wait till that doesn't happen anymore. So I progressively overloaded by going up in weight slightly, and then also adding a couple more stricter sets, or reps, sorry. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that's good. Oh, okay, 12. Whew. That burns. And there goes the cap. Oh, that was good. So I'm happy I was able to do all 12 reps without pausing. Okay. Second set. Good. Coffee. Better. 32 days in. Started March 19th. It's April 19th right now. 32 days in on an 8-month journey. This is going to happen. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, even though I'm just beginning. And I mean that because, like I said, today's a big day. I was actually able to start working out without coffee. I didn't even realize it. I was that focused. And every other day until today, the first thing I needed was my coffee. Grab it, start drinking, sit down, start moving, try to warm up a little bit before I did my actual official warm-up set. Old man warm-up, stretches, things like that, high knees. And today I didn't have to. 32 days in. That's fucking great. I can't wait to see next week. All right, last set. Let's go up in weight again, and let's see what we can do. Okay, here we go. Really? Oh, shit. Oh, that felt good. Okay. Last set of these. Let's bang them out. Okay. Here we go. Position the junk and okay, that was good. Okay, third superset done. Doing not too bad. Client's gonna be here soon. I'm gonna throw in one more exercise, and it's just gonna be a bicep. I'm not gonna throw in any more core. Back is starting to feel great, but worked from this week's worth of workouts. So if you notice, I did a transverse movement for core. I did a leg raise movement for rectus abdominis, mostly lower. And then I did a low back extension for low back QLs. So I wrapped the core and abs pretty much in a circle, except for actually doing obliques, which I'm not a huge fan of. It's important if you're doing it athletically and for strength of movement, but for symmetry, it's not necessarily the best thing. It all depends on your genetics. But I am gonna do one more bicep, so I can do 2 bicep exercises, 2 triceps. So I'm gonna do hanging bicep curls, and I'll set that up in just a little bit, and we'll put it together. All right, I'll see you on that next one. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna finish off with some incline hanging curls. And I'm not gonna go too far back. You can always, for more difficulty, go even lower on the incline and really get a hang. But again, I'm still working through a shoulder tear and my shoulder's been doing awesome. I don't wanna fuck it up. So we're not gonna do that, okay? So we are gonna start here. And again, we're just doing a single exercise. The last bicep exercise. Ooh, oh, that hurt. Oh, damn, that hurt. Hanging incline dumbbell curls are painful. There's a lot of different variations, cables, laying on your back, all kinds of stuff. But without having to go through all the hoopla of having to set all that up, good old-fashioned incline hanging dumbbell curls are perfect. And they're brutal. Can you make them more painful? Deeper stretch, holding it there for a longer period of time, sure. But for today, I'm gonna just try to work my way through them, finish off, get ready for clients. So today's a great day, guys. A lot of progress in a simple thing like not having my coffee in the morning. I'm still just jazzed about that. If you're in a point where you get to it, you're watching the videos, you'll feel the same way. I still had my coffee though, but it's when I had the coffee. Huge things in small little changes in the body are actually huge things for the mind. And if you don't know those things already, you'll find them out. A great thing about getting back into workouts, guys, a great thing about getting back into the workouts and challenging yourself to get back into shape and lose weight in your 50s is being able to really go through the amazing process of learning your body again. And it's hard because you want to turn your mind off to what has become of your body if you're out of shape, if you've gained a lot of weight and you don't feel good. But actually taking the time to embrace it, feel your body, feel the changes it's going through while you work out, it's amazing. It's like you're clearing all the clutter from a room and you're able to move about more freely in your mind and in your body. It's an awesome thing. Okay, this is heavy. Shh. 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 Oh shit, what was I thinking? Oh God, that's painful. Okay. Shh. Shh. Okay, we'll call that a set. Whew, that was heavy. Give it a little bit of rest. We have one last set, and then we're gonna finish off and get ready for clients for the day. It's Saturday. Clients start a little bit later, so I'm happy. Hopefully I'll be able to get out of here by 4 o'clock or so today. Spend time with my son and my wife. Call my daughter in college, see how everybody's doing, and be happy that everybody's healthy. That's the main thing. All right, so one last final set, then we'll call it a day. I'm actually gonna go down in weight than that last one. That's a little bit heavy on me. And I'm gonna go down in weight, make sure my form is excellent and that I don't stop until I finish 10. Okay, here we go. 7. Ooh, 6. Ooh, 5. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, shit. Okay. Whew, that was painful. Okay, here we go. One more. Come on. Oh, shit, that was painful. Oh, okay. All right. That's it for today, guys. So, abs, arms, and core done for the week. I'm on day 32. It's April 19th. On my 8-month journey to drop 54 pounds of fat and water weight and pick up a few pounds of muscle, get my body back into shape, feel good about myself, continually fight that depression I've been dealing with since the pandemic lockdown, and get myself ready for an amazing year. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next workout. Take care.